Back with Bobby and JJ Radio, we have Mr. Anthony Ruiz and Mary Peters. Anthony is actually, we're going to start with you, sir. First of all, thank you for joining us on the radio show today.
Thank you for having me.
I actually got to catch your presentation at the San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I think you did our board retreat, and it was incredible information, and I learned a tremendous amount. But now I'm glad that we
happy
can
to hear that.
Share it with the rest of San Antonio. First of all, let's just talk about the U.S. Small Business Administration. Who are you all, and what do you do?
We're a federal agency enacted by Congress.
Do you have a badge?
And
no badge?
No badge.
No badge.
I got a business card. Yeah. And it was created during the Eisenhower administration. Interesting enough, it's a Republican president. And what we do is help startups and pre-existing companies, and through providing them counseling, access to capital, and getting into government, federal contracting in a nutshell, as well as exporting. We promote exports and help companies that have never exported to even become exporters.
Sure. And what is your background, Mr. Ruiz, and how did you get into this?
I was a business owner myself for over 22 years.
Nice.
And for 5 years, I owned a Department of Defense manufacturing company. I acquired it in Chapter 11. It was doing about $500,000. I grew it to $50 million in 5 years.
Nice.
And I was an 8A minority certified company, but only for 3 years because I grew so fast. But it was good. I used it for this purpose, even though it's a 9-year program.
Right.
Sold it to a fronting competitor. And then after that, went to law school. I'm one of those that went to law school when I was 50 years old. Practiced for a year. I realized I was an entrepreneur at heart.
Sure.
And I acquired a general contractor in Virginia in Chapter 11, took them out of 11, and then acquired 6 other companies in Maryland and Virginia that were in the trade, masonry, master electrician, and did very creative non-cash acquisitions with these companies. And for between 1996 and 2003, grew them to $70 million, sold them, thinking I was going to retire.
Into the sunset, I'm assuming. Yeah.
And SBA in Baltimore became acquainted with me. Matter of fact, with the district director there, we became very good friends, Steve Umberger, and asked me to help the Small Business Development Center in the center of Maryland. And so I thought, why not? It was like giving back.
Sure.
And so I reopened the Baltimore office after it was closed for 8 months, and had fun doing that. I made it number 1 in the state. And then they asked me to turn around a problem region. And then after I made that number 2 in the country in 12 months, SBA asked me to join them and turn around the 8A program in Washington, D.C.
Right.
in their district office. And I doubled the contracts there from $3.5 to $7 billion. And then they wanted to invite me to put me in headquarters with a promotion, but I told them, thanks, I'll take the promotion, but I want a region because I'm an entrepreneur.
For sure.
And I was offered 5 cities. I'm from the Southwest. I lived in Texas 15 years,
Sure.
10 in Houston, 5 in El Paso. So when I was offered San Antonio, it was like
Right in between.
delightful.
Yeah. I'm from El Paso, actually. So,
Oh, very good.
yeah. It's too humid here. So I know you don't do this all alone. So talk about the staff that you have there.
We have a wonderful staff, and it's with the great broad experience and some new folks as well. And like any typical district office, and there's 68 district offices throughout the country.
Sure.
And in Texas, we have 6 of them all over the state. And they're lending.
How big are these districts?
The districts range anywhere from serving 15 counties to 72 counties.
Wow.
In my service area, we service 55 counties.
Wow. What does it cover? Like what?
To the south, Laredo. To the west, you go past Del Rio. Northwest, San Angelo. To the north, it's well above Austin in Williamson County.
Sure.
And to the east, Fayette, Lavaca, and down to Victoria.
Right.
So there's a lot of road work, and many times to go out and do events, it's as much as 3 or 4 hour drive one way. So the whole staff, we're all a collection of road warriors.
Yeah, I bet.
The staff, like any typical district office, we have lending relations specialists, and I'll explain what they do. business opportunity specialists, administrative personnel, an administrative officer, a public information officer, and many of them do double duties. Primarily a lending relations specialist. They recruit banks to participate in the lending program. And they also work with CDCs, and because the 504 program it's a wonderful program. No lender can touch that.
Right. To
compete with that. They also train the banks and train the bankers, because there's a lot of turnover among lenders, so they're constantly training them. But it's not only banks that participate in our program, but also credit unions participate in our program. And we also have some nonprofits that are licensed that do micro lending. They don't work directly with the LRSs, but we still have a teamwork relationship. They do double duty. For example, our lead LRS, Cindy Solano, she does program reviews of all the SBDCs in our area, as well as far as El Paso and Alpine. So she does a lot of flying, a lot of driving. Mm-hmm. And Annie Hutzbeth, also a strongly experienced LRS person. She's our district international trade officer, and she's done a wonderful job in promoting exports throughout our service area. And she also is the liaison to women's business centers, women-owned small businesses. We have a minority contracting program, and that was created under President Nixon, and it's called the 8A program. And there we have business opportunity specialists that service that program. Our lead business opportunity specialist, BOS, Teresa Scott, she's formerly a procurement officer in the military and worked in our headquarters, strongly experiencing federal contracting. And she also manages our Hub Zone program. This is a federal Hub Zone program, right, which is basically an economic development program. And our BOSs, they service the 8As to help them to stay in compliance with the 8A program, which is governed by the Code of Federal Regulations as mandated by Congress. In addition to that, they help 8A and non-8A firms in business development, getting contracts, federal as well as state, county, and local, and they're working in partnership with our resource partners, Small Business Development Center, SCORE, Service Corps Retired Executives, Women's Business Centers, and the Procurement Technical Assistance Center. Wow. They're not funded by the SBA, they're funded by Defense Logistics Agency, and they're under the umbrella and management of the Small Business Development Center.
So you got a lot on your plate there.
We're busy.
I bet. It sounds like anyone that's a small business owner needs to really check out all these different things that are available to them. I don't think that anyone understands how much it is. For more information about that, you go to sba.gov. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Mary Peters. If you missed any of this interview, you don't have to cry. Go to BobbyandJJRadio.com. Be a fan of the show. You can check us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Bobby's on MySpace. Be right back.